Hey photographers, do you remember when you'd have to buy a new camera after a new feature was announced? Well, luckily those days are gone, and I don't think they're missed. So a couple of weeks ago, Fujifilm released Firmware 2.0 for the X-S10 camera. It includes support for tethered shooting and for remote control using a gimbal. Best part? No charge for this download. And Fujifilm makes it so easy to upgrade. The Camera Remote app identifies that there's a new firmware available. A couple of clicks later, it's transferred and installed. Fujifilm's website has a downloadable guide to the new features. It's a little terse, but does provide enough information to get started. So, first is an update on the button dial settings to enable locking. It's the new last option, and it's easiest to access from Power Management. Then it's only up one. The function selection list shows all of the items that can be locked. 6 pages of options. To lock them all, select All Function. Unlock disables locking. Now, press and hold the menu key to activate the lock. An icon, screen right in yellow, appears to indicate the camera is locked. Press and hold again to unlock. This is particularly useful if you're handing the camera to someone who's not familiar with it, but it also makes sure you don't adjust a setting unintentionally, which happens. The connection menu has a new network settings option to configure connection to a Wi-Fi network. Simple setup is easy as long as your router also has a simple setup key. Manual options for those that don't. Now the connection menu has 3 new selections: tethered shooting auto, tethered shooting fixed, and wireless tethered shooting. As the menu points out, images are saved on the camera only using auto. The others store images on the tethered computer. Although the X webcam specific option has been removed from the menu, both tethered options support that functionality. Well, for tethered shooting, you'll need an application that supports tethering on your computer. The new features guide lists several options, including Capture One and Lightroom, or the free Fujifilm X-Acquire. X-Acquire isn't an app as such, it's a menu bar item. The icon is gray until you connect the camera using the USB connector. Show Window displays the camera's settings. You can't change the settings from this panel. When the shutter is pressed, the image briefly appears and the file is saved on your computer. The same applies to wireless, except you first make a network connection from the network settings mentioned earlier. Then in X-Acquire, select Network. Again, the icon changes color when connected. Connecting and transferring takes a little longer using Wi-Fi. Now, incidentally, X-Acquire can also save and restore your camera settings on your computer. The new settings also mean the X-S10 is compatible with gimbals. This is the Ronin S, and I'm using the Ronin-specific USB-C cable labeled MCC-C. There's a connector on the gimbal's arm, and it connects to the camera's USB-C port. Select USB Tether Auto Mode, and unless you intend to use the Ronin's battery to power the camera, turn USB power off. When on, it reduces the Ronin's battery life. On the autofocus menu, set the X-S10 to manual focus mode. Usually, Focus Check On will punch in when the focus ring is turned for an expanded view. That doesn't work with remote control. Now, I've set Manual Focus Assist to peaking. I like to have the focus ring operation at linear, as I find it a little more predictable for manual focus. And finally, on Display Custom Setting, I turn on the Manual Focus Distance Indicator. When that's all set, turn the gimbal on. A green light appears on the focus controller to confirm the selection. With power on, you'll also see the on-screen power icon. Now, the Ronin's red button starts and stops recording. The Ronin's focus wheel adjusts the focus. If you turn the wheel away, the focus is closer, back for further. And incidentally, changing the menu from clockwise to counterclockwise has no effect on the direction of the wheel. There is a limitation. This only works for Fujifilm and compatible auto lenses. Many third-party X-mount lenses, particularly cinema-type lenses, won't work with the Ronin's focus controller. Nice update. Thanks, Fujifilm. This makes a camera I already liked a lot more capable. Now, I enjoy reading and replying to your relevant questions and civil comments. Share your thoughts below. If you enjoy my videos, it'd be great if you'd become a subscriber. Click on the button below to get in on the action. And this channel is not sponsored. I don't do ads, just content. And I don't allow YouTube to interrupt my videos with mid-roll ads. That has a financial impact, so I'm very grateful to those of you who have decided to support this channel by becoming a member. Join button below makes you a member. Please choose the option that feels right for you. And then thanks for watching. Stay safe.